Great Plant Hunt. Excelsoft Technologies, in close association with Royal Botanic Gardens, Kew, has created the Indian version of the Great Plant Hunt. This project was conceptualized in 2009 in memory of Charles Darwin's 200th birth anniversary. Commissioned and funded by the Wellcome Trust in UK, it is the largest school project spanning across 23,000 plus schools in UK. The Great Plant Hunt initiative has been customized by Excelsoft Technologies, Mysore, to Indian biogeographic regions covering areas like Western Ghats, Deccan Plateau, Gangetic Plain, etc. This took 2 years of effort and multiple field trips for data and plant collections to the biogeographic regions. Objectives. The project has cross-curricular activities that can be performed inside the classroom as well as outside. All the activities are designed for hands-on and fun learning for classes 1 to 7. There are 3 activities per class, which are an amalgamation of curriculum starting from biology, mathematics, physics, chemistry, crafts, art and drawing. All the activities are based on Darwin's life and his scientific ways of studying nature. The project also involves activities where students go on short excursions or thinking walks to local parks and gardens to observe plants, animals, and interrelationships between them. This is exactly what Darwin did on his thinking walks. The Great Plant Hunt aims to encourage future generations to document, conserve, and promote sustainable use of precious plant resources. It provides an opportunity for inquiry-based learning for the young minds studying in the primary and middle schools. As a whole, it creates an interest about local flora among students as well as teachers and motivates them to participate in nature conservation activities. Resources. As a part of Great Plant Hunt, a kit known as the Darwin's Treasure Chest is presented to the school. It contains a herbarium presser, seed samples, mini seed bank, magnifying lens with a scale, identikits for identifying local plants in their specific area, teacher handbooks, storybooks, posters, training and support materials for teachers. Free training is also given by an Excelsoft representative. Student workbooks have also been developed as part of the project. Identikit. It is a resource used to identify a plant or a tree. It contains information and photographs which can be compared to the plants present in their locality for identifying them. Identikits are specific to each biogeographic region. There are different identikits for 10 different biogeographic regions. Each identikit contains information and photographs of 12 abundantly occurring local and non-toxic plants of the biogeographic region. The first page shows the map of India with a marked biogeographic region. Here you see the biogeographic region of Deccan Peninsula in South India. The first plant in the identikit is common leucas. Here you can see the local names of the plant displayed for the ease of identification. Flowering and fruiting seasons help us understand and plan our thinking walks to collect flowers and fruits of common leucas. The photographs show the features of the plant that help in identifying plants. The plants may be herbs, shrubs, or trees. The features are given in the form of written description in simple words that help the students understand the features and minute details to identify the plant. Even the location of the plant helps in the identification. So the common locations of the plants are described briefly. In the next page, there are a series of photographs showing the different stages of life cycle of a plant. The series starts from the seedling stage, plant in the field, flowers, parts of the shoot or stem, fruiting and the seeds along with their measurements. By using all this information, a plant can be easily identified. The type of seed dispersal is also mentioned. This may happen by air, water, animals or humans. Uses of the plants give us information about the medicinal, cultural or religious aspects. The plant parts may be used in cooking or as raw materials for preparation of other products. All this information helps in remembering the description of plants for identification. Hand lens or magnifying glass is another important resource that can be carried during thinking walks for observing the plants and their parts. The kit has a magnifying lens and a graduated scale showing centimeter and inches that can be used for measuring the seeds. A sketch can be made by observing through the lens, and this information can be compared with the seed information and photograph shown in the identikit to identify the plants. Mini seed bank. It is used for storing the seeds that have been collected during the thinking walks. If the seeds are not stored properly, they may spoil due to moisture, fungal attack, or insect attack. Seeds of rare plants need utmost care. The availability of these seeds may become scarce due to the timing of seeding or due to the rarity of the plants. It has 3 vials in 2 rows. A total of 6 vials can be used to store 6 different types of seeds. 6 small sachets of silica gel that absorb moisture are provided for keeping inside the vials. A big sachet of silica gel can be kept in the middle of the 2 rows of vials. The silica gel does not allow fungal growth in the mini seed bank, thus preserving the seeds for a long time. You can see the seeds of Anisomele malabarica stored in the vials using silica. These seeds were collected around more than a year back. Because of the presence of silica, these seeds are fresh and can be used for further studies or for planting. A big sachet is kept here in the middle for further protection and for moisture absorption. There are a few posters that are given in the Darwin's treasure chest that can be used during field trips, thinking walks, or GPH activities in the school. Darwin's storybook following in the footsteps of Darwin. This book narrates the story of life of Charles Darwin from his childhood. The story captures his habits and his learning in different ages. Sunflower seed packets are used in class 5 activities for children to plant the seeds in soil kept in paper pots made by the children. These seeds are allowed to germinate. The germination is observed daily and experiments are carried out as explained in the teacher's manual to understand the theory of variation put forth by Darwin. The whole experiment includes measuring seeds, tabulating the seed size, measuring the interval of germination and growth, making a graph, and hypothesizing. This is an example for activities being cross-curricular. Mystery seed packet. It is used in an activity where the children have to identify the mystery seeds. This activity gives children an opportunity to come up with their hypothesis and design an experiment to identify these mystery seeds. Teacher's Handbook. This is a very important resource of the treasure chest. It is a guide to the teachers to conduct the activities of the Great Plant Hunt in the classes. It gives information about the Great Plant Hunt, importance of thinking walks, and cross-curricular links. This detailed page about the links helps the teacher to link the curriculum of the syllabus with that of the activities of GPH. The subjects to which the activities can be linked are history, mathematics, geography, zoology, botany, arts, drawing, crafts, etc. Since little children are taken for thinking walks, health and safety of the children should be taken care of. The children may not understand the risks involved in field trips. This page gives information on how to prepare them for the thinking walk, materials that are needed, and how to handle different kinds of plant material. A detailed procedure for seed banking using the mini seed bank is explained. The time of the day for collecting seeds, season for collecting the seed samples, and the scientific procedure for collecting the seeds is given. The information used while collecting seeds also helps identify plants and includes common names, scientific names if known, location, date of collection, name of the collector, abundance of the plant in nature, etc. Herbarium. This is a very interesting activity that children love to do after plant collection and field trips. That is, storing the collected plant specimen for future studies. A detailed procedure and its importance in the plant studies is given. For making a herbarium specimen, a resource called the herbarium presser or plant presser is used. It contains 2 wooden structures which can be tied with a rope. This presser helps in pressing plants by gradual drying of the plant specimen for storing for future reference for identification of the plants. After the pressing is done, the specimen is mounted on a sheet of white thin cardboard by noting the collection details of the plant specimen. The teacher handbook has many activities that bring out the creativity in the students. Useful references and links for further reading, songs and stories about Charles Darwin that can be used to entertain the students during the GPH activities in the classroom are included. It also includes specific activity books for different classes. They are known by different names according to Darwin's learning years as a kid. The Class 1 students are Darwin's lookouts. The activity book contains pictures of Kew Garden scientists studying the plants and nature in remote parts of the world. They convey to the children their interest in plants, their way of studying nature, and the importance of working for saving the environment. This instills the sense of conservation of plants, animals, and nature for our future. There are cross-curricular links that help the teacher to map the three activities of the class to the curriculum. The learning outcomes of the activities and concepts that will be learned by the children at the end of all the activities of the class are clearly mentioned in this section. The first activity in all the classes is a thinking walk, but the objectives of the walk are different for different classes. There are in-classroom activities like drawing, cutting, painting, spotting, etc. At the end, there are stickers that can be presented as an encouragement to the students who have performed the activities well. Class 2 students are called Darwin's Discoverers. Class 3 students are called Darwin's Thinkers. Class 4 students are called Darwin's Collectors. Class 5 students are called Darwin's Investigators. Class 6 and 7 activities are combined to make a single book, and the students are called Darwin's Plant Detectives. These are workbooks for students and contain templates and experiments with observation sheets for the activities that are given in detail in the teacher's manual. It has space for drawing. There are beautiful pictures explaining the activities for better understanding. There are additional activities, in-classroom activities, fun facts, and interesting information. Identikit workbook contains information given in the Identikit along with space for writing notes. Usually, Identikits are presented to the school, but a student can have an Identikit of his own. Implementation in schools. At the end of 3 activities per class, from classes 1 to 7 of the Great Plant Hunt, students will acquire multiple skills like collecting specimen, data handling, hypothesizing, examining, reporting, drawing, observing, and being creative. All the 3 activities of the classes are mapped to the curriculum of the classes, which can be used as part of the CCE in the CBSE curriculum. This project has been taken up by more than 200 schools across South India that include schools from Mysore, Bangalore, Chennai, and Hyderabad. For more details about the activities, resource kits, testimonials from schools, and additional information, kindly check out our website www.greatplanthunt.in. This project has been running successfully at 23,000 schools in the UK. You can also check out the Great Plant Hunt of the UK at www.greatplanthunt.org.